Hello everybody, I'm back, this time for a CD finds of all kinds, compact discs. Got a lot of compact discs lately, and I'm only going to show a little bit at a time so that I don't overwhelm you in one video. Okay, so let's go through a stack here, CDs that I got recently. To start off with, we have this one here, the very best of the Eagles, which is a 2-disc set. And I got to tell you something. I played this in my car, okay? Sounded phenomenal. Let me tell you, a lot of people think the Eagles are played out. You hear their songs on the radio ad nauseum. A lot of people are tired of the Eagles. A lot of people are starting not to like the Eagles. I've always liked the Eagles. Granted, they are played too much, but I will tell you, listening to them on these 2 discs, I've heard things I never heard before. I really do. I feel like I'm just discovering compact discs all over again. I feel like the way I did when I first heard CD back in 1986. Okay, but still like vinyl. Vinyl has a warmth. Vinyl has a warmth sound, something about vinyl you can't duplicate. So I like both vinyl and CD. Wanted to make sure I threw that in there, but I'm appreciating CDs again. Okay, I got a couple of Led Zeppelin CDs. Zeppelin 4 over here. One of my favorite Zeppelin albums that a lot of people who are fans don't like as much, and that's In Through the Outdoor. And I actually played this one on the same system that I played the Eagles, and I thought this was a little weak in the volume. You know, it's funny. It sounded better when I played it in the house here on my regular 5-disc changer, you know. But sometimes some of these CDs, as you probably know, if they're older, the volume is not as good. Volume is not as loud. Sometimes we have what's called the loudness wars, right? In the early 2000s or so, they started making CDs a little too loud, and there was no variation in, like, there's no highs and lows. It was just like one big, I think they call it brick wall. Anyway, I'm going crazy here talking about details of this. You know, let's just get to showing you stuff. Barry White's Greatest Hits. And I love how with a CD, you can get all the stuff you want and maybe hear stuff you don't know. It's easier on a CD, I think, to hear stuff that you don't know, stuff that you haven't heard before and maybe like. It's just easier to play a CD all the way through than it is to flip a record, I feel. Just to go back a minute to the Eagles that I showed you, for example, there were a lot of songs on the discs that I did not know, and some of them I liked. So it is true, you know, sometimes you hear a song that you've never heard before, you may like it. It's not all filler. But like I say, I'm more likely to give that the benefit of the doubt when I'm listening to a CD than I am a vinyl record. Here's Madonna's album here, Like a Virgin, that I got on vinyl, but I have it here on CD as well. Okay, now we got Herb Alpert. Definitive Hits. I went to the record store and I had about, I don't know, 12 or 13 Herb Alpert vinyl albums. I sold them all. And I got this, which has a lot of stuff here, most of the stuff that I need. So I don't think I'm going to be going back to Herb Alpert records anytime soon. See, that's what I like too about some CDs. You can be covered. You know, you get a certain CD and you're covered. All right, over here we have the best of Laura Branigan. There's a few Laura Branigan songs I like. This is a case where when I play the CD, I might actually start saying, hey, you know what? This song's here I never heard before that I like. I have the advantage here on CD of being able to listen to it straight through, and it's easy and harmless to get some stuff under there that I don't know. Here's ABBA Gold, ABBA's Greatest Hits. I like a bunch of songs by ABBA here. Maybe there'll be some here that I haven't heard before that I do like when I get around to that one. When it comes to the Beach Boys, you know, there's so much great stuff by the Beach Boys. I don't know where to go. I will tell you this. I'll show you this first, then I'll tell you some Beach Boys updates. All right, the Beach Boys Sounds of Summer. This is a disc that I bought. Okay, and it seems to have everything that I like up to a point. Now, a lot of you who watch me know that I'm not really big on Pet Sounds, right? I always think Pet Sounds is an overrated album. I know everybody loves it. I respect that, but I really didn't like it. I heard it a few times. But you know what? Lately I've been thinking about Brian Wilson a lot, and I've been watching interviews with Brian Wilson, and I've been getting interested in his story and interested in all the things that he went through with the Eugene Landy. And I started thinking, I might want to give Pet Sounds another open-minded chance in the not too distant future. So let's see how I fare with that. Here's the Monkees' first album, The Monkees, on CD. Okay, this is still sealed. This is KC and the Sunshine Band, the best of KC and the Sunshine Band. I don't think I need anything other than this. All right, here's Genesis. Now I don't know that much Genesis. I know the big songs. This is a 2-disc set here, so I got a 2-disc Genesis set, which again very easily and conveniently will give me the opportunity to just play it through at some point and hear stuff I haven't heard before. Now this is an album that I bought. They only come out at night, right? The Edgar Winter Group. I grew up with the song Frankenstein. When I was a kid, I bought the 45 of the song Frankenstein, the instrumental, which is an aborted version. That's not the right word. Aborted isn't the word I'm looking for. It's edited, heavily edited version of Frankenstein on the single. The album, has the longer version. I had the LP vinyl. This one here I got because it's got Frankenstein on here. It's also got Free Ride. And as again, I'm sorry. Take a shot every time I say this and you'll be drunk. But I'm more inclined to play the whole thing straight through in my car, on a car ride. Take a car ride or something, 10 tracks, zip all the way through. A lot easier than sitting around listening to the vinyl. Okay, this is another one in that vein. America's Greatest Hits. It says History, America's Greatest Hits. It's called History. All right. Then we have over here, Best of the Stray Cats. When the Stray Cats were kind of big in the early 80s, I bought a few 45s. I still have those original 45s, but the cover, I like how you cover everything, You get something, you go, I'm good as gold, I'm covered. Here's a Carpenters album called Love Songs. I have another one on CD, the brown cover that says Singles, Carpenters Singles. This is Love Songs. And I dare say I think I'm good with the Carpenters. Finally, the last CD I'm going to show for this video is Steppenwolf. And this is a 16 greatest hits. I really only know Born to Be Wild and Magic Carpet Ride. Maybe there's one or two others I'm not aware of. But anyway, take a shot. Take a shot when I say it. I won't say it, so no shot for you. I'll be able to play the whole thing and listen. Anyway, that's it. So I'm off to the fest for Beatles fans. I hope that goes okay. And hopefully I'll be presenting some videos for you from the Chicago Fest 2024. Thank you for watching.